Hello, it's Travis Edwards with another mental check. Take a shot of your positive vibes. Let's go! What's going on? Welcome to another mental check. Today, we're going to be talking about the reptilian versus the executive brain. So just so you understand, there's many parts of your brain, but I'm going to be focusing on two. And when I say reptilian, or I've heard lizard as well, it's not really actually a reptilian or lizard type brain. It's just a reference for how that brain functions. So as I mentioned on my series on the spiritual universe and the physical universe, that we live in two different, we live in different physical universes because of our different experiences. Because that is the way it is, certain people will see certain opportunities and certain other people will see certain opportunities, but they have no idea why, right? And so this is going to be explained by how your brain operates. And as I said, we're going to be focusing on two parts, the reptilian brain and the executive brain. Now, the reptilian brain is based on survival and it works very fast, right? So think Spider-Man. So Spider-Man has spidey senses. He detects if there's danger. That's how your reptilian brain works. It really senses things very fast and it protects you, right? There's 4 F's of the reptilian brain. It's fight. You guys are gonna like this one. Fight, flight, food, and sex. So you'll catch that one. So there's 4 F's, right? Now, obviously you can, flight or fight, right? So that explains itself. Food, you're going to eat something or you're going to be eaten. And then sex, the need to propagate, right? So that is the 4 F's of the reptilian brain. So that's how it functions. Now, you have the executive brain, and the executive brain is like, air traffic control. It handles complex calculations. So if you think of air traffic control, there's a whole bunch of planes flying, are going to be landing into an airport, and they have to be timed and landed specifically, because if any coordinate is off or any instance is off, then you have an accident, right? And so the executive brain is much slower because it basically completes complex calculations. And so here's the thing. They function together usually. And they function together for sure. And what happens is that the reptilian brain only sends information that is necessary to the executive brain, right? So once you've handled all the survival things, fight, flight, food, sex, right? The reptilian brain will pass that information to the executive brain, where it will do more complex calculations. But it only passes to the executive brain what it's interested in. That's it. It only passes information that it's interested in. So I also want to make sure I handle this, but it only passes the necessary information. Nothing, it handles those basic things, it's like caveman mentality, right? That type of stuff, right? So once it handles that basic survival mechanism, it only passes information to the executive brain where it's interested. So here's the thing. This is why you may only see certain things. Like if you were to buy, for example, a Ferrari and you start driving, you're interested in Ferrari. All of a sudden, once you buy that Ferrari, all of a sudden you only see Ferraris all around the streets. If you drive a Honda, you only see Hondas. I drive a Benz. I only see Benz. I don't see anything else. But it's not a coincidence, because that's what I'm interested in. My reptilian brain recognizes that fast and transfers that to my executive brain. And that's how life works as well. So one person sees an opportunity, a part-time job at McDonald's. Another one sees a real estate opportunity. One goes for that real estate opportunity. The other one goes for the McDonald's, right? But here's the thing. The person that sees the real estate opportunity actually does not see the McDonald's opportunity. They actually do not see it. Their reptilian brain does not recognize it. So how do you solve this problem? What I'm going to say, the simplest answer to deal with this is to get yourself involved in new experiences. I would really caution you and encourage you, as I've mentioned before, instead of having a dream book or a vision board, which I've had, I've never had a vision board, but I've had a dream book. I would take all the things and things that fascinate you, things that you want to do, and plaster it all over your house, in the rooms, in the washroom, wherever you can see it every single time. Change your environment, change your surroundings. Make sure all your goals are where you can see them every single time. So it's almost like you're seeing this so much that it's almost like when you see an opportunity that comes at your door, you'll recognize it as well. So I just gave you guys another like crazy thing. I explained it from the brain. We can explain it in the form of words and dreams and pictures and goals. However, you got to change your environment. Change your environment. You can change the environment, obviously, by changing the people around you. That will change your experience. Or you can put yourself in new environments when, obviously, the coronavirus outbreak ends. One of the things I did, and one of the things I recommend you do, if you want something, you want to go get it, go experience it. I would go to Mercedes-Benz dealerships. What, as embarrassing it is, I didn't have the money for it, but I did it twice. I went there, sat in the car, got a good idea of how it felt. And then about a year and a half later, I was driving one, right? So it's like, guys, this ain't no joke. Reptilian versus the executive brain, just change the experiences. But just understand why you've been functioning the way you are is because of how your reptilian brain is kind of programmed in a sense. And it's very, very important to kind of be able to give yourself different experiences so that you can know how to be able to, alter your life and your course of action, right? So ultimately, that is the reptilian versus the executive brain. I hope you guys love that. Have a good one, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.